So it seems since BLoomburrow has come out, we have a new problem with mono red in that it's become cheaper, better, faster. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, because we are going to have a look at this mono red fling deck. And there's lots of different ways you can do this, and what's really cool about it is you can do this only using 4 rares. You could have none, to be honest, but this version is going to have 4 rares. So I'll go through a few things about mono red. What's happened recently, there's been a lot of really good mono red cards that are rares. The Charming Scoundrel has been really good. The Emberheart Challenger is a new one with haste and prowess. It's really good. Feldon has been around for ages. The Fugitive Codebreaker you could use in this deck. It works pretty well. Again, it's a rare. You might use Inti, although not everyone does. I've used Invasion of Tarkir a lot before and really enjoyed that. And Radha's Firebrand was around back when Dominaria United came out. It was definitely included in the mono red deck of the time. We've obviously got Godric, who's like one of the main mono red cards recently. We've had different versions with Mechanized Warfare. Nahiri's Warcrafting has been a great way to deal with shield reds. Squee is obviously really good. And Urbrask's Forge also adds a bit of inevitability to a mono red deck and works really well with Godric because it makes an extra non-land permanent every turn. They are all rares. So mono red, or like the ideal mono red, has been pretty rare heavy recently. But we have a version here that is, like I said, it's faster, it's better, and it's cheaper, because the only rares that you really need to have in this deck, like I said, you could do it without them, but it's not going to be quite as good, is the Slick Shot Show Off from Thunder Junction. Now, technically, I do have here 8 rare cards in the lands, but I'm probably not going to use them as rare cards. I might not even include them in the deck when I'm actually playing it. The only reason we have them in this mono red deck is because we have the Callous Sellsword. So let's just go through all the cards and explain how this deck works. You may have seen it before, you may have come up against it. But yeah, so basically the idea is we want to get these creatures that we can fling at the opponent. So first of all, we have the Cacophony Scamp. When it does damage, you can sacrifice it, you can proliferate, which sometimes is a bonus in this deck, but doesn't very often come up. But when it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So if you can boost it and then attack, you hit the opponent with it, you can sacrifice it and fling it at the opponent for that much damage. We've got the Heartfire Hero, which is a new uncommon from BLoomburrow, which basically does very similar things. It gets +1 counters on it when you target it with spells or abilities you control, and when it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. So we want to fling a Heartfire Hero that's become really big at the opponent. Monastery Swift Spear is obviously really good. Prowess really helps a lot because we don't have that many creatures in this version of the deck. We have lots of spells, and the Slick Shot Show Off is one of the best mono red creatures I've seen for a very long time. It has flying, it has haste, it has evasion. You can plot it if you need to get around counter spells or removal or whatever you need to do. And it gets +2 power every time you cast a non-creature spell, which is a bit like prowess. So the plan of this deck is to use these creatures, get them as big as possible using different instants and sorceries, and then we want to fling them at the opponent using the Callous Sellsword. But you should just really think about this not as a 2-mana black creature, but as a 1-mana red sorcery, the adventure side, where the creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any other target, then you sacrifice it. So with the Scamp and with the Hero, if it's a 5/5, if it has 5 power, you can target this, it will do 5 damage to the opponent, and then when it dies, it can do another 5 damage to the opponent. This is why the Slick Shot Show Off is really good in this deck, because it gets really high power pretty easily, and then you can fling it and you could attack, hit the opponent, and then you can sacrifice it and do all that damage again. So it's a bit like having double strike. So there are lots of different instants and sorceries you could use to enable the Valiant part of Heartfire Hero, targeting it with a spell you control, or just anything that boosts the Show Off or the Swift Spear. There are lots of different options, and they're all commons or uncommons. Let's have a look at the different options. If you really want to do this as a budget deck, then just use whichever ones you have. There are some I think are better than others, but to be honest, they're all good in different circumstances. We've got Dreadmore's Ire from Ixalan. Gives a creature +2/+2 and trample, which is really good because these creatures don't have trample by themselves. And when it deals combat damage to a player, you destroy an artifact that player controls. There are a good number of artifacts the opponent might have that you would like to remove with a 1-mana instant that also gives you +2/+2 and trample. We've got Felonious Rage from Call of Mana. Gives a creature +2 power, and it gains haste. The Scamp and the Hero don't have haste, so that might be useful, giving them haste. But also, we can use this to kind of get around removal, because it will replace the creature with a 2/2 white and blue detective token if it dies. So if they're targeting your creature, it's going to die. You could basically play this as a 1-mana instant that's going to give you a 2/2 creature as well, which is pretty good. There's Might of the Meek, which is a 1-mana instant which adds trample, +1 power if you control a mouse. So it's obviously good if you've got the Heartfire Hero out, because that's the only mouse in the deck. But they can also draw you a card, which is not bad for 1 mana. The Mirren Banesplitter is a flash artifact, so basically, like an instant, can attach to a creature and give it +2. Monstrous Rage is Monstrous Rage, it's just too good. We've got Blazing Crescendo as well, which is a 2-mana instant. Give a creature +3/+1, and you exile the top card of your library, and up to the end of the next turn you can play that card. So that might help us draw an extra pump spell to fling something at the opponent. Demonic Ruckus can give something +1/+1 and menace and trample, which is great for getting damage through, and can draw you a card when the creature dies, and you can plot it, which means you can do it on turn 1 if you don't have a creature ready to attack. And Ren's Resolve is another sorcery that can exile cards from the top of our library, which is basically drawing some extra things that we can play. We've also got some shocks and some lightning strikes in case the opponent is down to a couple of hit points and we just need to finish them off. And then we've got, Burn Together to fling them at the opponent. So we're going to go into some games and see how much math, not blockers, have to do, how much mono-red attackers have to do. Because to be honest, there's quite a bit of math involved in this. Okay, let's go. Okay, so, not a bad start. We've got the Heartfire Heroes. So I've got the rare lands in here, but to be honest, all they're going to do is occasionally come in tapped and occasionally do damage to me. So let's see, what should we do here? Let's go with the Swiss Sphere first. To be honest, it's kind of hard knowing what to do first. It depends on what the opponent has. If I had a 1-mana pump spell, I probably would have done the hero first. The hero, okay. Worried they might have a Sunfall or something. Play a hero, and we're going to plot the Ruckus. We can play that on a hero at the beginning of the next turn. Of course, the one card that we really hate when we're playing this deck is Temporary Lockdown, which if they have another white source, there's a good chance they might have. Let's hope they don't have that. And, oh, there's a white source, but no Temporary Lockdown, or they're just waiting to see what else I do. Yeah, they could be. So, why don't we play... It would be nice if we had an extra land. Let's try and do as much damage as we can here. And then we can rebuild. Let's put it on the hero. Because we want the hero to be the target of a spell to get an extra +1 counter. And get lost. There we go. They've got rid of it. That's okay. We will still do 1 damage to them. And... let's see if we could get a land. I mean, a counter's not bad either, really. On that, okay. Next turn they might have a Sunfall as well, which is going to be a problem. Okay, another land, which is what we need. Let's see what we can do. The map token, giving us triggering Valiant as well. And it's another hero. Sure, let's keep it, because, you know. Now we've got counters there. I'm going to play out the Scamp as well. If the Scamp dies, or if it gets sacrificed, if I sacrifice it, then it gets to proliferate. We've done 5 more damage with doing the lightning strike at the right time there, so I don't know. If there's a Sunfall here, then I've just made a bit of a mistake. So we'll see. Holding on to something. Spellgire? Yes, Spellgire. Okay. Okay, they have enough mana for a Sunfall. There it is. Exiles doesn't kill them, so they don't get to fling them. Well, let's hope they can't get rid of this one. It's a 5. So here's where the math comes in. If I attack, this becomes a 3-3, no, it becomes a 4-4. They animate the 5. I attack that with the lightning strike. It says trample, so that goes down to a 2. This is a 4-4. So I think that leaves them on 2 health. Game doesn't give it menace at instant speed, that'd be even better. They have another get lost then. Oh, 3 steps ahead. That sucks. Okay. Well, I'm still going to get to do 5 damage here because I can fling the extra 2 at them, and I could do the 3 now. While they're tapped out, I guess I'll do the 3, and then I just have to hope to draw another lightning strike. Hasn't quite gone to plan. But, you know, not bad considering. We've got a control deck that's up to 6 lands. They've had some counter spells, get lost, Sunfall. There's a shock. Okay, they're going to be down to 1. Let's do it now, because they're probably searching for something else useful. They might have another 3 steps. They have no more lives, we can pay for it. Another 3 steps. Just thought it's worth doing there. They only had 4 cards in hand. They were going to get another 2. Another lightning strike would do it though. Never mind. They're just going to level things out a bit. I'm going to draw Scamp. Not going to do 7 damage. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, 1 mana, of course. This is the thing, we're playing 18 lands in the deck. But everything is effectively 8 mana. 1 mana. Everything's effectively 1 mana, so we'll see. We'd go with the Ruckus, we could go with the Swift Spear. We're up against, possibly, a similar deck, although they probably wouldn't play the Restless Fence, so... Most likely something else. Blast Zone. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, well that's 2, that's not bad. So let's go with... Near the hero. And we'll plot the Ruckus. And they can see exactly what we're going to do, which is kind of the downside of this deck. Another assistance, which gives it -2 power, so it doesn't get to fling. Okay, but we still got a Swift Spear. We still get to boost it with the Ruckus and the Rage. Shame we don't get to fling it this turn as well. Well, not that an extra like 6 damage, 7 damage would really make a difference, but we're getting somewhere. I mean, they can do the Blast Zone. It needs what, 3 to tap it and get rid of the Swift Spear, so that's yeah, they can get rid of that pretty easily. We've got 6 more damage here in hand. We need another creature to fling. They're going to do it instant speed, aren't they? Let's do this anyway, just in case they don't. But yeah, they're going to. Still get the 3 damage, and still get to draw a card. There's the show off. Another land would be good. Oh, okay. Okay, there's a show off. So I could kill that. I mean, get to play something without getting some mana cost, but we'll see. If I play the show off, it's going to become 3 power. What's with this 5 attack? Fling it. Gets me down to 10. Lifelink. Okay. Fling I play for free. Cut down. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to need 2 show-offs. So hopefully they tap out. They probably won't. It'd be kind of silly if they did. You get to play a Cruel Claw. Good. They won't want to play that. They're not going to tap out. No, of course not. The longer I hold on, the worse chance I've got, to be honest. They've only got 3 cards in hand, so chances that they're the right kind of removal. Other hand. Okay, right, they're tapped out. So they need to cast something for free that's really going to make a difference here, otherwise we're going to get them. Assistance, okay, you can play that. They gain some life. Probably the better way of doing it. Okay. Now we have a whole load of free spells. So, show off, show off. Give 1 the Ruckus. Now this is where the maths comes in. So we can fling 1, or fling them both. We can do the Lightning Strike, we can do Dreadmaul's Ire. Dreadmaul's Ire is going to give something an extra +2 before combat. It's going to be a 6, 7, 8. Fling it, that's going to be a 5. I think Dreadmaul's Ire does it. Is the Callous Sellsword better? If we attack, we do 7, then we get to throw 1 for 5, and throw the other one for 8. That just about does it. Is that better? I'm not sure which one was better. I think this one works though. Let's see. Damage. Fling 1. It's going to become a 5, and then fling. The other one gets 6. And then we fling the other one, which becomes an 8. And we win with the power of maths. There we go. Starting with some good creatures, we've got Rage, let's keep it. And facing a potential cut down. which is annoying. Let's play one hero. They cut it down, that's fine. We've got another one. There it is. Hey, it's 1 damage. And there's a bat. Okay, they're going to have to take the shock. If they don't take the shock, then the bat dies. Which is good, because the shock is the one I care about the least. So, I'm going to play... worried about them killing my creatures. Here's Swift Spear. It won't block. And then... play the hero again. Because if they kill the hero, then I get the bat. But they probably don't want to kill the hero. And they probably don't want to spend their turn losing a life either. Can't be the best plan. So they're going to play a swamp and cut down the Swift Spear. But then this isn't looking great. For them. Merfolk. Merfolk they're going to play. Oh, the old Vigilant one. Okay. So, I do want to boost the Heartfire Hero, but I'm going to play the Swift Spear first. This is going to get the prowess, it's got haste. I don't have the Fling card yet, but this is not a bad amount of damage to be doing. Down to 9. Lose 3 more when the hero dies. Up to 10. Play the Merfolk. There we go, Sentinel, that's the one. So, prowess gives him +1/+1, so I can get this up to enough. I can basically... with everything. And see where they block. I want to take out the hero. I'm going to make the hero really big. What's this? Shock. Yeah, let's make the hero really big. I get to fling more damage at them. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. But let's just make it worse. Almost without the hero. We do get it without the hero. Got trample, that's why. Okay, we have 1 creature, and the opponent's going first. It's making me a little bit nervous. Especially if they're on the same kind of plan we're on. They don't have a cut down, that's a good thing. They don't have a shock. They don't have a monstrous rage. Now thinking. Dinosaurs, okay. Scoundrel to ramp. We're going to get to an Atali, I guess? Guessing treasure? There we go, yeah. Scamp. So I can kill the creature, but I'll probably just do the crescendo. See if they block anyway. Doesn't give trample. In that case, I'm going to go with the rage. I'm just going to do the crescendo to try and get me an extra land. Not while I'm here. Let's do the shock as well. I'm taking damage from my rare lands. I don't need to take because I'm never going to use black mana. If I ever use the black mana from the springs, I will be very surprised. Okay, what do they have? 6/6? No, they're not going to have the Hammer Skull, right? It's just going to be like Atalis, big Carnosaur. I'll push. Okay, so they're going to reanimate Atalis with Ball. Okay. That makes sense. So let's block the show off. Maybe I can play that and then crescendo it. They're probably waiting on... Probably waiting on the Carnosaur discarding. There's 3, right? I don't have any. I should have played that without. I could have played the show off first and see if they attack, try and kill it with the Carnosaur, and then I could Crescendo and Monstrous Rage, and it would be big enough to survive. If that's what they've got. Probably is. Or they just had Bitter Triumph, in which case it doesn't really matter. Now they're going to fling it, which means I could... I'm kind of low on mana. Could give it a bit of a boost. I get an extra card. And I get to do 4 damage. I'm Blazing Crescendo into a burn spell. 2 mana, 4 damage, not bad. But Lightning Strike I have to use next turn. I can do Show Off. Do this Show Off. And they're going to have another Murder spell, aren't they? I need to use a Lightning Strike this turn anyway. So let's do that, because I kind of have to. Surely they kill it now. I'm gonna see if they do. Because I don't want to waste the Monstrous Rage. I could have used the Monstrous Rage. They may well have some other removal spell anyway, so it would have been wasted. But I do have another Lightning Strike, so I could have done it either way. Don't think they're going to be gaining life. Okay. 3 damage, that's going to die. Monstrous Rage won't save it. But, I mean, I could just do the Lightning Strike, but I came to play creatures. And to boost them. So that's what I'm going to do. Get more damage that way anyway. And it's going first, but we've got 2 lands, which is ideal, and a bunch of stuff to do, so it's good. And we have planes. Means they're going to be more focused on their own creatures, and not so much on removing. Hopefully, right? We'll see. Okay. So we've got 2/3 +3 +1 is big enough. And if it doesn't, we just block the Slick Shot. They're going to block it. It's going to become a 5/3 if they block it. It'll become a 5/3 anyway. I get an extra card, right? Yes. Extra shock. Okay. Okay, that makes them big creatures. I'm going to have to get some blockers ready soon. Not part of my plan. Not aggroing me. Okay. Monstrous Rage will make it big enough, and the shock will kill theirs. If they block. They probably won't. They're going to hit me for like at least 9 if they don't block. Not ideal. It could kill me next turn. I have to use the shock or I lose it. So let's hope they don't have it next turn, and hopefully I do. Down to 7. If this dies, there's another 4. It's another quest puller. They do get it. 12 damage. I've been out aggroed by bunnies. To be fair, I didn't quite get exactly what I wanted. Didn't get get to fling it. Okay, we have everything apart from creatures. Hate mulligans, but we need creatures. Okay, I mean, I guess the show off is good. Got the ruckus on turn 1. Got the slick shot on turn 2. Hope they didn't hold up removal. Phyrexians, okay. Rock Priest. Okay. But they're going to just try and get me with poison, so I can... They don't have so much removal, right? I might get out aggroed by list. Okay, well let's get the slip shot out. And then I guess I want to play the hero, right? If I play this, we're going to get to close, right? They can't kill me next turn. So if I do the Bane Splitter, that's going to be an 8. Hit them, fling, it's going to do... Yeah, do you know what? Let's do this. And then we're going to fling it. We get to draw a card. Well, we need it. 10 more damage. And we have a lightning strike next turn. So they have to kill me now. They have to do 9 poison right now. Otherwise they lose. I mean, they could have a counterspell. Could have a counterspell, in which case I could play the Heartfire instead. And this is 3 to equip. Equipping will also trigger the Valiant thing. The Rock Priest. Play everything. Show me you don't have any counter spells up. And that is a good game. Yes. Okay, not a bad start. We're going first, which also helps. Let's go with the Swift Spear. So currently, with this deck, we've got about 70 to 80% win rate over 15 or 20 games, and the opponent is playing the same. Interesting. So we attack. Let's see if they block first. Don't block. Okay. Let's block the show off. Please tell me they plot a show off. Okay, Bane Splitter on the Scamp. Another Bane Splitter on the Scamp. So I'm going to take 5 damage here and 5 more when I kill it. Ooh, I need to somehow do damage faster. To be honest, I could be dead next turn. So if I do the show off, I can do a Lightning Strike and a Shock. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. And if they worry about trying to kill creatures, then... Let's see, should I do this? I mean, they could fling this, right? They could fling it. This gets them down pretty low. So if they don't kill my creatures, if they don't kill me now, 15 life, then I'm killing them next turn. Well, turn 3 wins. So yeah, I was saying we're on about 70 to 80% win rate, 15 to 20 games so far, ranking up through Platinum. Enough is it. Great, fling it. It's 4 damage. Not enough. Enough. Well, it is enough because they fling it and then they do the extra damage. That's the whole point of the deck. Yeah, there we go. That's how you're meant to do it. Right, no creatures. Oh, really? No creatures. And 1 land. Going so well. Okay. 6, get rid of 1 sellsword that we're not going to need. And can't really play a Bane Splitter by itself with no creatures to attach it to. And of course, there's a swamp. Okay. Well, that's something to do with plotting. I hate plotting. They get to see exactly what it is. If they have removal, they're going to just pass the turn. If they don't, they're going to do that. Okay. I mean, the funny thing about this, I can do 7 more damage. Down to 8, it's not enough. But a lightning strike would be enough, I guess. I think. 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah. Okay, make me exile that. You're going to start losing life. Okay. Let's just get this damage going as quickly as possible. A lightning strike will do it. A sellsword will do it. Don't have the removal, I guess. Bane Splitter, will that do it? Very nearly. Come on. Anything will do it. I mean, they have to remove both of these anyway, and they can't, so. And I think that's probably just enough games just to show you the idea of the deck. We had the opponent do the scamp thing against us. We got slick shots, flinging at the opponent, and yeah, pretty much showed how powerful this deck is. And like I said, on 18 lands, sometimes we do not get enough lands, which is, I mean, there have been some games where I've had too many lands as well. But if you don't have the rare lands, just go with 18 mountains. You can have a couple more if you want. Just take out a couple of other cards. But let me know what you think of this deck in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Is it the kind of thing you like to play? Like, there's nothing against playing mono red. I should probably say that. Everyone kind of hates mono red. The thing is, I don't mind playing mono red. I don't mind using mono red. I do mind it if I get like 5 games in a row against someone who's unbeatable and they kill me on turn 3. So I get that it's boring if everyone does it. But you're probably going to see this a lot, so it's good to know what's out there, how to deal with it, and how quickly they can kill you if you leave them with like 2 mana and 2 creatures on the board. I'll put a link to the deck list in the description as well, so you can have a look at that, copy it if you want to. And yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.